General is an officer of the court. His interest is to assist the court in dispensing justice when investigators bring their case and evidence. The posture of the new AG undermines this rule. He is no longer acting as an officer of the court, but is instead acting as someone who has conducted his own inquisition, determined guilt of a suspect, and is seeking to force his view or his views on the courts. The practice undermines the role of the Attorney General and undermines the administration of justice. All well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on it to an end, and to end it now as we speak. We are asking that all well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on the Attorney General to put an end to this immediately. The Attorney General is not expected to start off by prejudicing an investigation and in his mind conducting an inquisition on suspects. Since when did we have an Attorney General who himself orders arrest, conducts investigations, and examines his own evidence to determine if a prima facie case is being documented or docketed against a suspect? This is highly improper and leads to bias right from the investigation process. Let the court decide the guilt or innocence of suspects. The new approach where the Attorney General seeks to convict political opponents in the court of public opinion before going to the court of competent jurisdiction is an abomination that should not be countenanced. The courts of Ghana are the only ones that should be allowed to convict or acquit, not the Attorney General. How can you suspect a person who is innocent until proven guilty by a court, not take that person through the court processes, but come to conduct public show of your suspicions, seeking to prejudice the minds against that person? How? This is terrible and a backward step in the growth of our democracy. The Attorney General
ISC contract. On February 6, 2020, Mr. Adwenkyere then transferred an initial amount of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis, that is from the National BNC's operations account at Fidelity Bank to the private BNC account at UMB. Official documentation on the transfer revealed that the amount was for the payment of cyber defense system software, which the National BNC was buying from ISC Holdings in Israel. Mr. Adwenkyere, in effect, transferred the money from the National BNC to his private company, the private BNC. A review of the transactions on the bank accounts reveals that once the funds from the National BNC landed in the account of his private BNC at UMB Bank, Mr. Adwenkyere caused his private BNC to transfer an amount of 9,537,520 Ghana cedis to ISC's holdings in Israel. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,750,000 United States of American dollars. To justify or facilitate the transfer of the 9.5 million and the 9.5 million, Mr. Adwenkyere fraudulently attached a copy of the Government of Ghana ISC contract as well as an invoice, which he held out as an invoice issued by ISC Holdings Limited or in respect of the Government of Ghana ISC contract. On March 18th, 2020 and March 30th, 2020 respectively, he again transferred 21 million Ghana cedis from the National BNC Director's account at Fidelity Bank to the same private BNC account at UMB. The narration of the transaction indicated that it was for the payment of the cyber defense systems that the National BNC was buying. The transfer from the National BNC's account brought the total transfers that he made to his private BNC to 49 million Ghana cedis. by the exchange rate at the time, this amount was exactly the Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of American dollars. The exact full amount which he quoted as the price at which ISC Holdings sold the cyber defense equipment to government of Ghana. All the payments transferred to the invoice, a number from ISC Holdings, all the payments reference the invoice number from ISC Holdings to the national BNC. Importantly, after the initial transfer of the 9.5 million Ghana cedis, which was the equivalent of 1.750 United States of American dollars from the private BNC to ISC Holdings, no further GOG, the Deputy Executive Director in charge of operations at EOCO. Here are the facts on which the arrests were made. On February 25th, 2025, around 11:30, 23:20 hours, EOCO received intelligence that suspect Kobna Idubohin left the country for the United Kingdom via British Airways flight BA078 to London. Days after that, EOCO received further intelligence that the suspect had flown from the United Kingdom to Dubai and had purchased an Emirates airline ticket, which suggested that he was expected to arrive in Ghana on Friday, March 21st, 2025 at 12 noon via Emirates flight number EK187. On Thursday, March 20th, 2025, EOCO received intelligence again, additional intelligence, that the suspect had cancelled his flight and rescheduled his arrival to Ghana from Dubai to April 18, 2020. That is April 8th, not 18, April 8th, 2020. Now I want this chronology to sink in because of a point that I will be making later on about why we are detaining him. On March 20th, around 3 p.m., EOCO's operational team, led by the acting Deputy Executive Director in charge of operations, assessed its operational plan to include the possibility that the suspect could have traveled back to London to fly to Ghana in an attempt to evade surveillance. EOCO assessed with high confidence that the changes made by the suspect to the Deputy Executive Director in charge of operations, my fellow countrymen and women, so I have called you here today to brief you on recent developments arising out of our investigations as a department. The briefing is in two parts. The first part relates to the arrest and detention of Mr. Kobna Idubohin and Madame Angela Ajayi-Boateng and other suspects on March 20th and March 21st, respectively. The second will consist of an update, very broad in character, on the investigations arising out of or in connection with the oral report that was presented to me on the 10th of February this year. So first, to the Idubohin case, because it has raised very significant interest because of the nature of the arrest. You will recall that he was arrested at the airport, and I started getting calls from all quarters regarding his arrest. So at about 9 p.m. on Thursday, March 20th, 2025, an operation carried out by a team of investigators from the Economic and Organized Crime Office, which is under the Ministry of Justice, led to the arrest of Mr. Kobna Idubohin. The arrest was effected at the Kotoka International Airport in Accra when Mr. Idubohin disembarked from a British Airways flight. Mr. Idubohin is the immediate past Director General of the National Signals Bureau of the National Security Council. At about midday on Friday, March 21st, 2025, the investigators went on to arrest Madam Angela Ejie-Boateng, whom I have indicated is the wife of Ms. Eduboy. Madam Angela, the couple are shareholders and directors of a list of companies which the investigation establishes have been used for transactions which form the subject matter of the investigations. The arrests follow intensive investigations into the purchase of some cyber intelligence equipment by the National Signals Bureau, formerly known as the Bureau of National Communications. It must be made clear from the outset that though under the Operation Recover All Loot government program, this operation does not form part of the list of cases which the oral committee submitted to the Attorney General this year. Now, our investigation, which was conducted by EOCO, as I've indicated, has established that the ultimate beneficial, in essence, the difference between 49 million Ghana cedis being the money Mr. Eduboy transferred from the bank account of the National BNC to his private BNC, and 9.5 million being the money he actually paid to the ISC Holdings for the software, ended up with him and his wife. That is to say that the sum of 39,462,480 Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money went into their private pocket. The investigation has revealed that the ultimate beneficial owner of BNC Communications Limited is another company known as Advantage Solutions Limited. 10 other companies are through a very complex web of shareholding and directorship connected to Mr. Eduboy and his wife, Angela. Investigations have also established that monies, mostly proceeds of crime from the Advantage Solutions Limited and BNC Communications Bureau Limited and other similar sources have been transmitted under very suspicious circumstances through the bank accounts of these companies. The investigations have revealed so far that the suspect and his wife have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10, of them that they created with Advantage Solutions, mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies, but I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Eduboy has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Eduboy and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. After this press conference, no activity, and we are monitoring all their bank accounts from the Financial Intelligence Center. With the press of a button, we can see the movement of money, on any of the accounts. So we are monitoring that very, very closely. We know, for instance, that the 3 banks that they have been dealing with, in substantial financial transactions are UMB, Fidelity Bank, and Stanbic Bank. So we are monitoring them keenly. And the managers of this bank, if they are listening to me, should be careful about what they do on any account connected.
Yeah, Amaya share and so a brother bio, ya sign abetrans here. Kessben television so and I way a Adwenkyere edu brother numerese fisabre kopem se ebebo nondo yetrase na amanyo subjubedie no e de brew. Yadwene nsem of Ghana meye die ho de aba ye wo so tibie na wo kyerɛ wadwe wo ho na yedi ho nkomo se bebe bo ama Ghana men so etimi afa ne ntoma pa efra. Sadwedika kana so he obre no a ene eye brother no ngotwe aba pa nsima edu enso 25th day of March 2025. March of Benabusme diet also edunum enie ena ya transia yede dwumadi enso brewo meden ede Kofi Appiah no interview sabre kobo nundu malameya na ebom chidom ezebe gura so ye ka no edoso say minority ye MPP brashabiafo omne Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayene edi aboani se emra ne ye ka no court nanso wabetra bedwam ena omo a court nya ni omo asem nwie no ubua omo efo in a court of public opinion na eno ona omo ya adwene ana se nhwemu a waye ya wohunu a wode won sem etudwa no ne kwan so ano no se omo do atudwa na omo ntwen na nipa de court wie na court na asem wie ansa na Attorney General ba be ka eho asem ene yegusora yedi eho enkomo minority no asaka se bibia no obesi omo kwan ometo aso aye dwumaden na ba no niema a wo ye de obonu sa chie nyina no omo de jagu aban no echem ye nkotie minority ye koketwa no omo sentwerefo hyemu ye ne omo freye ya omo de sem etudwa efa niema omo gidi esa ban no guso a wo ye editia ekoketwa no ye no nso nti ewo se omo eka ho asem abuse of power said the omkano no ye nti de omo de atuyane.
An officer of the court, his interest is to assist the court in dispensing justice when investigators bring their case and evidence. The poster of the new AG undermines this rule. He is no longer acting as an officer of the court, but is instead acting as someone who has conducted his own inquisition, determined guilt of a suspect, and is seeking to force his view or his views on the courts. The practice undermines the role of the Attorney General and undermines the administration of justice. All well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on it to an end and to end it now as we speak. We are asking that all well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on the Attorney General to put an end to this immediately. The Attorney General is not expected to start off by prejudicing an investigation and in his mind conducting an inquisition on suspects. Since when did we have an Attorney General who himself orders arrest, conducts investigations, and examines his own evidence to determine if a prima facie case is being documented or docketed against a suspect? This is highly improper and leads to bias right from the investigation process. Let the court decide the guilt or innocence of suspects. The new approach where the Attorney General seeks to convict political opponents in the court of public opinion before going to the court of competent jurisdiction is an abomination that should not be countenanced. The courts of Ghana are the only ones that should be allowed to convict or acquit, not the Attorney General. How can you suspect a person who is innocent until proven guilty by a court, not take that person through the court processes, but come to conduct public show of your suspicions, seeking to prejudice the minds against that person? How? This is terrible and a backward step in the growth of our democracy. The Attorney General is an officer of the court. When investigators bring their case, is instead acting as someone who has conducted his own inquisition, determined guilt of a suspect, and is seeking to force his view or his views on the courts. The practice undermines the role of the Attorney General and undermines the administration of justice. All well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on it to an end and to end it now as we speak. We are asking that all well-meaning voices that respect the operation of the rule of law should call on the Attorney General to put an end to this immediately. The Attorney General is not expected to start off by prejudicing an investigation and in his mind conducting an inquisition on suspects. Since when did we have an Attorney General who himself orders arrest, conducts investigations, and examines his own evidence to determine if a prima facie case is being documented or docketed against a suspect? This is highly improper and leads to bias right from the investigation process. Let the court
a minority kuketo omra sebegemu and out is ene omo nsemi eto your mobile abalo ya penny kwedu and ram kasai and then so omo akasa say press conferences upon press conferences efa nipa yache womo say omo edi bone and say allegedly yabo omo kwedu say omo di omo ewu ye no nti edu omo fa emra ekwan eso yanko Ghana Police Service asweye say IGP Ura Christian tete yehuno amakwan sa fe dia posifo omutimi ne omanfo edi enkita ho kane no IGP Dr. George Kufuor Appiah Breso no Police Public Affairs Unit, it was completely dead. Asemi si ma wonko ho so okubusa ya posifo be ka kire say hwemu aye akodro ne say Christian Teyo ne new IGP amakwan say regional public affairs posifo aso ye omda omo no omanfo ntamkuta odi ano no bibisi a omomfa nto ya nene uba Kumasi kropon mu a the Ashanti Regional Police Commander on Central Foshia Akasafa womu akronfuremfo mumyofo a omode etu ko mumu vendors so bo mutu no se de siye e wo krofrom no omanya nipa ne bi ache omo yeti ensem a ode eto edwa
13 February 2025 Patricia Numako a oye mumu vendor omu shooting ewo krofom ena ohwe ni gwa ninkwa de etosu mienu Gideon Owusu Sapon a ye friend Junior ono so ewo ni fie ewo kwada so akonfo tu she no so ena mo kon ena mo wi a ni phone ene ni sika na mincha de yensanka nipa nyensa bia omudi isa jumaboni etito ni Charles Kwame Danso awo efie 23 friend Kwame Charles ananse Miami yeto sumienu Philip Fodjo awo efie 29 yeto sumiensa Samuel Adai ono ewo efie 42 na yetiomo on the 21st of March 2025 ewo pankrono any estimating sesi America say sani pa mi say omo we yensem yedi omo court akani pa ba kwa ye peno ache no ne dindi Martin Amwa anase Augustine Amwa ni dimba kwa ye freno Baba Machu na yegidi se oti owo dunkwano fin anase diaso anase Kumasi any Accra yebesre timemfo ana ubia onim bibia sa Baba Machu wo se oti ninka ana ohuna omaya sunte na ye to free numbers available eno 191 112 any 18555 eno no obeja no wo MTN any telecell kwa ye did say for the public beboyen ama yensaka sa nipa aodi ebonisem ewo ye krumu ya medamase.
Right, we the Ashanti Regional Police Command and a central phone share mommy now Mokasa de far across from Kunkum mobile money vendors. When you're watching on the progress of where they've missed so far. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we were expecting. When you are the say a same region BMO, the Regional Police Command, no, on PR in the bitumen central for share. No catcher said the Akusini. Under the former IGP Kufuor Appiah, yes, our train. Emma, the Odak, the Undian in our police headquarters one crying. No issue statement. Nyanu Musanu be be see no crano. The friend no catcher on yes, and beer at here. They say the IGP Christian Tadiono, while lifted that ban. I must say, Regional Police Command no, on no man for the first of its kind and the SCA. Ya Santamante mo post from penny for and then central for share my update. Now ya mobile money vendors no one more when you more at share more. And day NPP flag bearer for 2024 election, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you would dear be my friend set a prema penavia any you know, obey Kumasi blue light a doom piece at top of her mouth for you just tall almost all day muna a share. No buy no say or any TV so who are none ever hope the public bridge my Kenya or my Jumanian and I say. To buy out about Bachicho More. No, I catch on sort of what your banner or the sky and pim ahead no 200,000, scattered down 2 billion, and as romantic where motor Marco up him 10,000 bags of standard budget free, non the before no cano, town which is and came my quine, not or more cassa in sea or more adie. A large Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Bro, by okay, say as me see, I don't know Friday no now on my pedis excellency John Dramani Mama so about Santamanta Obesia con carry or Korean carry in near dear Hojumano and or buy ya or share a good free and there Dr. Bawumia and so by a second they are compare Japon or no Sunigana ha or no so atom crab and you go tea the Dr. Bawumia by or the etuja.
Said you be who can be I be fast. That orange ma be see and babu. Na ye pese ye tamochi. Adwenkyere modi aba se mu pese musi sa market yi mo musino me no mo ye adwen pa. Amen. Obia na o ji se oda so. Ye enti ye be trafia na ho tukra bibi ba ye. Ye be mamoa se aban so beboa. Media me bae the Mexica bottom kakra 200,000 Ghana cedis. 2 billion. Okay. Now umudi atremo. Inti we time cheap baby come on.
Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kanema Penny Abidechre, ya said to Frankama MPP. Afra saba to no na wote nka no na dwadifo mba no so koto esre sempenifo kumase krupenso ne asante mewura omo kwan na nka wo mu ansi omo stores no evise mu jama mpenifo so mu nsi a ohwe a metre fi ache e ma de omo ne omo ma ebedie kura no ho asem enso be den mu ma na omo twe brother Bawumia bae sem omo kan no yintie no so de omo edito dwa. Yeah, they call so and a brother like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be blue light come and say do maybe I share to be an out here. For Adwenkyere bro and somewhere ye bobo huina 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 just about 31 minutes after 8. Now what chabo apa ho sima edua saba ko Adwenkyere dwumadi and ahwe our Kessben television so your multi TV decoder and so called DSTV so your channel 364 Go TV channel 121 Facebook so your Kessben TV be able to me ahwe I would have no mudi dwuma ene enwumre Nana AJ, a communication team member, for opposition New Patriotic Party NPP or Hasara Suna Moro Yakubu. It reference Moro, also a communication team member at the National Democratic Congress, the ruling party, NDC Womo and Aidin Kumoyi. Now, yes, sir, if the banter, the Echo saw Ewo minority NPP Mashawaja for Womo and Attorney General Antemo. And a priority send ye council lawyer Tachia on the General Ede Emma Ura Kwabra Edubuahe, Yaro National Signals Bureau, and no, ya Attorney General Tresse or Chino, or the local court, ya bail Kura or Muman Bino. Lawyer Tachia Bekan say, Attorney General Nimbra, and so also the Senator Betua Bontain, and no boa opening for either the Nocrono minority cano. Attorney General Yonfonso, and as a son, you know, Sabe about you humu. Na wo mu gidi se bia sikasem tanse bia be ya mukumu no ohun kwan se otimika magana fo yina wo se hwimu no ye ya koduro nie ansakra na sem akokoto ana fadwenkyere ba 0551599933 eso na je e wo habisha se fiz na kwaba na what to say
adum ahyeyi ye papa me gidi se so ho adene mamefa kwenya we sunchia na minchia ye etiefo ane wona wajebre a wo hwe wo kasafidi ene anadwi na minchia the former president ye Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo minchia papa ewo baby bia owo na so the former vice president Dr. Alhaji Mamudu Bawumia minchia no pa wo baby bia owo ende enyumrei na so minchia ayera lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong ono so minchia no na minchia ayemi ame boss madeni na chairman odeno ho kwaku Appiah koka minchia papa wo baby bi owo ene enyumrei afa and the vice president former vice president Dr. Alhaji Mamudu Bawumia be PA ewo Mantemu ha na minim se ebeba aye no so but yenya kwenya kodi ekire ebi na utie nsem a ekoso a ubo bi sese kura wote ye asem aga na fo nyina ya kan se yennu ye ho papa oh yes yennu ye ho se yekoto abama aye president Mahama ane ni NDC fo yi ntiende ofa me no kase se ye kase ye to aba no foforo enedue ya ohia president Mahama wan kra wonya
o say
me say ye kase ye koto aba ne enedue ya wan ohia president Mahama wan kra wonya
oh yeah sure
yes because Ghana for ehunu say obetena so ibeye bosume beye miensan ye nyina ye hunu enioma troka wa ye okro we mo iti Ghana for nu wo mo eno enomoda na die ewo ye friendsen ukase fidie so eti yebeba ho yebekire mu yi na ya kire nsema yedem ekoso ba ofa quick on attorney general any minority press conferences ahodo a ekoso ewokro mu no ofa attorney general yewura Dr. Dominic Kanyene ni su ene ne ban ya yete special prosecutor ni su ene ne ban no sa na ye special prosecutor yewura kise jaben ayese media adwuma ne ye ne dechen bibia ntimi de maka obabi bebre se be ya attorney general wonyan na nke yempe communications bi mano because me hu se open media chain justice yi ne dia shenensa no over denti na mekasa bibia na attorney general yi wasore no abegina media mu no akasa saa na fin so ade ye me yane se oyemrani ni mo kase pa onimmra e wokrowe mo wonim se court bi ni wokrom ha aka kire wo se kwabna edubu ahen wakofa o man ni sika wakosu bibi na impo so ye suspect impo doesn't mean say friends say we di boni anaze bibisa iti attorney general yi mesi media adwuma na ye ne de chen justice adwuma na ye de ama no ene denti ena oba assemble press conference ene ora say attorney general enti asese sika bi nchen sika bi sika bi enchen sika bi because attorney general we buy you know the first nneoma wo sha say wo ye ne say NDC fo a ye de oma ko gina court ya ba omu ko adu say oma ma sikasem oma sikasem ato Appiah na say oma fa konti kwan bi so afa oma ni sika na MPP de oma ko gina court attorney general we buy ya no say Debbie oye omo ye me party for me jai echiridie nje na attorney general ni say on we jai $200 million taxpayers money aye de ball obi pass won ko see adan affordable housing adan ema the good people of Ghana 5,000 with a whooping sum of $200 million when to me and see 5,000 no you see crampono enu aye 2,000 ye dinagina mranim say ye tue sika no so more than half ye tue $198 million the $2 million na kan dey na gain say ye finishing touches na dey akoka ho na ye nya 5,000 housing units ye tue say sika we nyina ye so ye nya 5,000 aye housing unit no attorney general ba ye Dr. Dominic Anyani obaye o se sa case na MPP di akoko say wo gi taxpayers money ama wo no o say me attorney general true president mama me jai chiredi ene hwe o so asori di $2 million echi o asori se wo di eye sika bi echi obi a ya hwere sa sika kase sei obaye wo so your party ba it won't twaso attorney general na say ene me chinchini me call court na o san threatening for bank managers we kroma say can you imagine it attorney general it seems say wonim ye also ye okro we mo it seems say attorney general wonim ne ye koso okroma na wonim ne o ye as attorney general and also sikabi okrom hana and na ye redu wa hia wo kana asemi and na software ne ho sensem a wo kika na asemi ye okro we mo Senate ayai software na NDC appointed then ekoto ama Ghana $72 million MPP by no say there be etwetwa so me dey court na sika na yakwa giama o man Ghana attorney general Dr. Dominic Ayene oba krom ha say there be sa case we sankrofo we omo ye NDC fo omo ye party ma no mu yi sika ma ye de ye campaign it is sankrofo we min konkoji sika no me jai chiredi nti attorney general we no say ne onu chezi MPP for abokro no over say ya na beye because obi an na afibia in the year 2009 say ya no ndisi for ne ye oh ye ba ye be chi MPP for gum omu ba e first year no oh eni afre we ye ko we ho e ko wie chire no anoma ba kra mantumi anyele no okro we mu anoma ba kra mantumi anyele no it is sa no my imagine so ye be ye e okro we mu but sikebi nchen sikebi it yewra attorney general or say se nani abreso obeko tiakita ne proye obeje taxpayers money ama wo mu a sedu agongo ni e doctor opuni cocoa board case na wo eno akwa sen eno kra ba ye 271 million Ghana cedis eno wo ba ye usi wo gya ye chiredi ene sika be na chance ga bi okro we mu usi wo gya ye chiredi this is the attorney general it means say Yera Dr. Dominic Anyani owo ho no wonim ne oye because that's going in our millions of cedis ni nyina ye taxpayers money ye giama man no si dabi omo ye me NDC fo nti omo ye me party fo nti
wa gaza
nova
o se adanse a gofeda me bobo ano no o de kokoto a enye obedi nkugo
ofa what kind me assembly ye atani general ye ohoyi onu kwa ni mranim ni a otumi di asem adanse ni akiri ekokot iti over yera aye Dr. Dominic Anyani the attorney general me say obaba be yet say yera kisi ejabe in the special prosecutor no obaba yet so onwa obaba bo ankwa no ma kire Ghana fo obebo nyu ma kire Ghana fo di eti kroma because onu kwa ni the only lawyer ni anase eye okokot adanse ni hodi eye sasem na chikokot no fa I assemble ni ye kan wasem so okay 2020 election petition On the 29th December 2020, Yera Dr. Dominic Anyani, he was part of the NDC legal team. And Obekache yen say, ye ni adansi biya se Jo Mahama wodi nkunim 2020 no. But yet Attorney General yo edi assembly chi court. Nti enam say oba be dan ti se kisi ejabia. De saa ne anyum and oba be bo akire Ghana for. It is an yoma when you na yeka ho asemi. Ni nyina no e wo court ane eje eyoma fo ni sikama wo. Wo ba ye na wo say ya sha wo say jai echiridi because omo ye NDC ma. Omo ye NDC ma. It ye $200 million. Eno no eko. 271 million Ghana cedis eno so eko. $72 million and also call Attorney General ye bisao sikebi chen sikebi ana sikebi chen sikebi iti adenti na nsema wo de foreign microphone nyina no won twan na won form nko court na court emua wo mo for dan se wo se wo de beba eye public domain na ye me crucify wo mo ye me kase oh MPP for oma kwa ko fesika nipa ni anipa sumesi o MPP mu wakwa ko diska wa yesi wa eno na omo pekeke eno na Attorney General no wope it is all that is now person here kone all the appointees so mo krum ha omo ba no bia investigation bia mo person mo ye no mra na mo meye because MPP for ye ba ye no ye besom oman no e wo no kware mo ya me wi a oman for ni sika ye di sika ba ye nsem ni nyina no eye adwuma ma eye the good people of Ghana it Yera Dr. Dominic Anyani one ne NDC for ne ombetumi aye de ombeye bia okro we mo but ye ti krom hey say MPP su betena so ye bo adwuma ma the good people of Ghana me say no ma ba krom to me angeli no oh yes
nipa o ma chiche
de hunu no yo
national service boss ne omo aka ho nyina no
Wofa me say 2009 ye hu sani ye hu chen say you 2009 ye hu chen say it me anya me honwa I know say omo ba ne say ya no mo ba be no fa ne what me no ka say me no tie ya won wagadre bi omo pese omo ye oma sheda mangrophobia through petition so ya fa koma president mama ye yi the chief justice every ho wagadre we nyina ya pa
yes the release has
almost
say three different petitions
ayaza e wagadre so that say
president received
enye obi a NDC for na no pese omo yi maame ni free ho because omo susu say maame no na nadu danko akufado ene pawo no itiane yemfa kwati kwan bi so na yenka se nkrofo de petition aba say yenyi maame ni free ho iti wete o council of state court na so no o say nsem say sa na mo pese o mo ye no mo di yi first the chief justice ni free ho the same thing no mo ye efa Jemensa ho the electoral commissioner ho or in the name of
some buy you to Charlotte say
no fa Charlotte say ensem no onu ani deputies ene di adanse etia no omo azu no mo petition say waye bone ene wo hu say Jemensa ne no drop ya obi petition o
say be asaro ba na dance omo wo no omo de be ba ne hu no say
this what they have political persecution say omo sheda na omo pese omo yes ade no chief justice ne so that is when you know omo ye nyina omo nim say maame no onye walk over onye rubber stamp a obetumi aye de aka che say onchimfa da bi omo nim say maame toku no onye ade no itiane ye fa kwati kwan bi so ne ma nkrofo bi hye dan petition the president say oh maame we waye say iti yenye ne de yenyi ni emfiri ho that is the agenda o ma sha say omo we
okay yen samra yasem no so operation recover all loot omo hwemu omo aye emu bi na Attorney General oka ho asem otu anamon oka sky tree ho asem oka national service guslim say impo onya for says be 2 years kama MPB allegedly sound radio so no kele asem no sanse we nyina me kai se bra mo ba power no mo so mo keka bi kire tia NDC for we discuss we I say when you say ade two parties no da bi amoye mo azumpa obaza mo ka kire Ghana for some mo ye adwuma na no tia bandada na mo mpanifo no mo do mo fa sa kwan so
Wofa the NPP your opposition in the year 2016-2015 asema ye kan ye ni nyina na ye ba ye no etu ho na mo ena impo ye jeli e yan profo okro we mo.
Nti after 8 years mo di nipa no bebre court but man timi an jeli om na case mo baba free so.
Offer mo obrofo bi amoka mo say the wheel of justice
Grind slowly.
mo iti ye de oma court ye see ye gi oma fo sika ama wo mu fofia ntoata aban ne call eye elections no aban ne ye den elusu ye. Does it mean say asem na wu ana? Does it mean say asem na wu? Wofa MPP ba ye no ye tu anamon ye chi NDC fo no bebre egu mu. And me no kasei ukọ eye NCA ye hyenkrofo bi emomu tua 18.4 million eye Ghana cedis ema aye oman. NDC tina ho say no omasem ni nyina ne say o hwe ye share this year 1992 ase and as this fourth republic ase no ye fa MPP ni bia nkoto afiase because of eye corruption related eye activities. Ye fa MPP ni bia nkoto eye offense afiase. But NDC ne de ye di nkrofo p omo wa NDC ni mu omo sumo Rollins apenso ene ye Ramahama apenso ye di bia kwakoto afiase.
Because some just more control judiciary no.
Oh, over. Na wakwa disika ewo NCA ni ye di wakwa koto afiase a eno ne ye control eye judiciary ne ne sen. Offer yen control bi ayo egrom ha ne ete no. NDC for no allege untumi ye provi. Uti say omo si ora no kwa betumi ama yen $20 billion. Thought ye. Ene Ghana ni kwan say ye ko bobo say o baby ebio. E say ye bomo de agi say sika we. Eye dede hunu kwa ena ta nkrofo we omo ye. Dede hunu kwa. Sa ora fo na omo si omo ye ora ho ahwan ye no. Sa ora penina nkasa no ono no so otumi ye front and back keke. Renting millions of dollars. House, a dime, a friend say, airport hills. Ora penina no si odi enim no. No so ye front and back. E juma wa ye wonim na brabom nyina ye front and back. So make a front and back. Yes.
Photocopy now. Okay.
Photocopy 50 pesos. Oso onu nko the first Ghanaian a wotumi aye front and back. Etumi renting over millions of dollars a dime airport hills. Sa papa we was an am hose onu no yora or kwakwakope e nkrofo achi wo. Offer the NPP no me say ye ba ye ne ye besom wo no kware mu. Itienei omoso omo tata nkrofo oh we wakodi sika we sky train we wa ye say ni nyina we live to see e wo kro we mu. We live to see. Because 2009 ye hu de omo ye. The same thing ye ba ye be chi omagum oh ye ba ye be chi omagum from 2009 to 2016. NDC ntumi anche MPP ni ba kokora Anthony Fiase and anase we jailing impo ba kokora ni ho but the NDC no ye betumi abobo sa na sankrofo ye ane ye ka omo asem a ye de omo gina court aban no call elections so lutu ye no and na NDC fo e ba ye omo so omo ye omo nkrofo it omo free wo mo enya attorney general we na koye sa de no enya attorney general na anase sika no eno de enya Ghana fo sika enya Ghana fo sika. It's a Attorney General and me say, Obeda ne te se Kisi Jabin, the special prosecutor. Obabe bonyo match re yen wokrom ha. Na face wa catch re yen say, ye court na wo ho no, wo pese o fight against corruption kra. Ye ma kwa me see, we live to see. Oh grow we more. Because sa no ma sha se, na sa no mo de ba kwa wie. It over media Meka se sikebi nche sikebi. Iti ye wo 271 million aye Ghana cedis. Ah, aye sedu agogo ne aye Dr. Puni asem no ho. Onko di Ghana fo sika ma wo. Ye was $72 million. Aye Senate eno ba aye wo si wo jai. Ye wo $200 million. Aye Sagleme housing project. Eno ba aye Attorney General wo si wo jai. Iti medie me say we live to see. Ye behwe se grofo we ometumi the MPP ni bi mpo ato afiase na ombe jeli na because omo person mo score political points because o chef fourth republic yase MPP ni bi enu wa wakode afiase because of corruption and our ba mu e de ne sabebo e aban sikamo MPP ni bi enu ho but the NDC no omo sumo Rollins apenso ye betumi abobodin Victor Salome Dana Bodapimo chachuchi katamu ni nyina ye betumi abobodin but MPP no mini eneti ba kokura wo mo ne ye The number political points as score we live to see. Attorney General no oye onimra onhye no famra enye adwuma because oba abontin abekan and away with this kind of way we say ni nyina emra won fanen court na court enka say we no crazy with this guy on fanen ko ye but wa ba abontin and awo okeka sansem we aton from him yet krum ha ye be hwe de asasem ne ba
right. But our CP, Nanaji, Ekasama, Ni Patriotic Party, NBP, and our Teninka, and the Attorney General Montua Wutu, and Semua Abituja, and so a home. My main call Moria Kubo, Semoro Eswa, the ruling National Democratic Congress, NDC, on an abine also. Na inti Semua, and minority Kuketwano, one more air coming. So you video no free mechi, or mammy, you know, was any air. Na the minority no air car. Edifa and Samoa Attorney General Eddie amount for ODT amount for Inano Yumusano. Says Samoa minority can OGD say Attorney General Quania Dipa watch your more some young court now about public I can't see any scene the Akosu Inano. Is he right and Moro Akaba? Over now here dear.
Namidi it's me a fruit
Ramadan Karim so
inshallah.
So I can say 4 days, 5 days. Exactly. Tuesday.
Normally.
Acha memenda.
If free start time ne dey connect see a share be abosome no eda. Nti binum betime wie no 29. Binum so be wie no 30. Exactly.
Okay. May Allah accept your prayers.
Amen.
Na ebinka Ghana man nyina. Na ye Attorney General Frinura and our Sassia. On my update, if you want more edify corruption allegations, do abeton say we Sikasi Afonuna Fanin ya wooding, Cabane Dubois, Hecradi, or watching or mamma the bailman lawyer Becassa home. Minorities will me a press conference, and then so my side view said the attending Ray Yakura with ye, Yako searching them, Yakutu to way, you knew where I see me, so ya bonus in no. Minority as someone can say age wunyai non-co fight case no courtroom. Uno say
of our men now as an amenity for near for my debrati and almost as at the same time. Namentia on Casa Mune crew mobile to mapa. I mentioned in your quaji and then the choir walk wine and minim yinti our coin secret the amount be any was what he has in our coin. Of our mentia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Na menchia Ura Franka Mwakwene some penny for me because of the fact that President Mahama and the leader of the rescue team and Ura Dr. Franka Mwakwene and so na a rescue Ashanti region and he is living up to Sahabilin and I'm very sure say Yankupon Edinebeba Ewie Papa the Abrantiano Ehiane and Bible and any supporter in the Betty Media Man and Nas Antimate me fan to my pefra. Over me bana miti kwaji se sikabi nsin sikabi ena na no ayi Collins Dauda na wan na sagle meni ade ne ho nkro ne ba ofa kwaji mzo mbedi abemu 8 years wana meboa mubedi abemu 8 years nanki ehu yi saa na eme ya mode court nyina mo wo ho adansidi ankasa be mo prosecute to the later 8 years there is too enough for you to have any substantive evidence if you have any saa adansidi bia wo say enkofu yewura no ma wo bo mu din mensa mo mu din bio because they have been exonerated mo ankasa no mo ntimi amfa koto anye nkwan sena bibi papa bia wo ho and of course of our court. The name of the game is called evidence. Nti se mo evidence anasa dansidie bi e kire se yewura enu mu a wo bo mu din. Omo edisika anasa sika afo mo nsase nti o se mra na omudi mo ntimi improve sa ade no. Nti mo dwen se hwan na enkonko hwehwe sa evidence na e wo hen. It means it was a goose chase. A typical example of that. Nti wo kra de ni senka wotena ba bi na wo kasa when governance is, being run in a way Ghana for and for that matter, I mean, Sisudia. Over Ghana for Jina, and near maybe soon at 2 Abama, President Mahama ni NDC. Nifakasiena ye, Katasisha Proyeni Kankaya, na Dokro, kwaji mo aban na President Akufo-Addo ne Alhaji Mahmoud Dano. The fact still remains to say Ghanaians are expecting say sa niema na omugina so omode to aba editia mo men na bia omugina no se mo ye dua asabre ye twa mo finfin amana kaketo bi se mo bebu was corruption katasise proye ne kankan because you see offer President Akufo-Addo now he was perceived to be incorruptible. He was perceived, say, he was far better than the erstwhile administration and President Mahama Dano. Yera Martinamidu was one of those critical, person I know criticizing President Mahama Appiah. You know, him say that should be a biased President Mahama and President Biwa. Yera Martinamidu the Amidu de, baby, or dear Bejinebia or dear Betum. Anunti President Akufo-Addo ehye Ghana for boss obete what we call the Special Prosecutor's Office. Na wahwehwe sabi konfutachi amoa ofeti assemni yo wonmoa magana memuo enkoso especially wonmoa because of katasihye proye ne kankan ti womeche konfutachi amoa ne maye Yera Martinamidu elko no wose konfutachi amoa woye wo mu kronfo pa ne President Akufo-Addo we am shia enyi Wofa another special prosecutor was appointed in the person of Kessben. Was say state actors President Akufo-Addo ne power mo no e na frustrating no e man ntimi ma ye enwo Wofa state actors
okay na ben dem
state actors na CID any state actor
CID is a security agency.
Exactly. The head, is appointed by the president. It is a CID. Woman adwuma ye nkoswa. Isn't it a matter of
say we are special is call resign.
The American kosie nyina ne say. Etire na say a fish no. Asie ne nyina ya mutu. Nti obi anhwe obi aye ne ope. Because the head has been described as the mother serpent of all corruption. Now, offer the assembly, I can was him. Yera dubu ahia yachini. One nipa dodo a ejina minority nanim and now my name a press conference. Is that the kind of support Edebema will be or yet sebi ne who song sabro baby bia enye no in terms of say kwadua ye dia bobo no. Nipa mienu o. And ejina ho press conference kwaje wote ya wonkwa na wokasa. Wofa assemble ne say abantie 2017 and President Akufo-Addo Pano as Director General of a friend is a Bureau of National Communications. Wofa obey auditor a friend is the Director General no and so and one no quote private company of a assembly yo a Bureau of National Communications now, but near Chateau Limited, just to deceive people. Ebe engage, and of course, and when a man who come and it's missile for any sika, National Signal, Authority, sika, and a year come once a week. Eti, and yes, canon kwa watching every abang coffers money can once him, but the choir of us to change sikano. T company and no company. A nearby institution ya pepepe no offer the man I am sincere bagana for so cry any consensus asem obi atna ba bia defend most especially on this big platform and say wo ye adwuma under national security o na adwuma na wo ye no wo signal eniema emma aban dwumadie nkoso na offer meboa na in the end say ni pet me perpetrates a crime way
a allegation
offer yen we na ye dia babonten mukitwa o the ebobobano and of course you see
but the other banner they all still remain an allegation just a court marco to aka say the mokasa he cocoa board ne large seed agongo no poni case ya you can be at here say o medi o maye 200 and something million. But a case na nante court wa Ghana yenya one city crying.
Wofa, why are we out? Should be the question now. Why are we out? We are out because of the fact say yen yachi nipa na ye yen hwehwe mu no. omo minority leader after no man can control Facebook kakraka say this. So as government, you are accountable to the people. And our family,
yeah.
I was see about 10 years back account to the people and tell them the reality. And yes, I've been here after no man can. And yes, I offer since I already in a duma. What to say about 1 year before we we are carrying on with our works. Now I add the same day. Omo call her a search and men friend radio. A search. They had a search warrant.
You do boy here. You quite the same day.
Exactly.
I do boy here.
Sir, what can
I do boy here? Say na I do boy here. Yachino airport. So oba. O my number says uchi be within 48 hours. Article 14(3) of the 1992 Constitution. You know, so man bill. Na tatis ne say 48 hours. Mbe sono ano. No muja no. No msachi ni bill. Let's just say kwa be sono. You deny freedom, fundamental human rights also unyano. So our taxes no. When you say if I'm court, say Odifo na say Nasim Munidua, you man bill, then we start the trial.
Offer. This is not the first time I actually will be here. You're detained beyond 48 hours.
But do you think it's lawful?
With reasons. Offer.
No, what mean detained will be for more than 48 hours?
Offer nyabo trainer young koho, young gumuye. Yachi will be or perpetrating crime. The court and investigative body has the right to ask the court to say yes, stand there at the end.
Yes, so the court
again,
it's what the
court
what the court to now catch a course in me to court to be a on fanon to but who na matching of police on a you have no right to detain him for more than 48 hours.
Baby, I'm a person you tactics in the free when they say we also have the right to arrest the person again on a different account and a different crime. And any tactics. It is about defending the state and looking at things. Share offer. Adwenkyere, now he was dodging, prosecution.
Sir.
He attempted evading the country.
Even on channel.
Airport.
No, or banana, no.
And we use it.
I know banana, no.
No,
no, channel.
Oba, sorry.
Oba. It will be our invading arrest.
Exactly. Now, but offer. We use it. He was arrested, and upon interrogation, everything was clear to the point. To say, Adwenkyere no, you should deem you to say, "Yera Sophie kusibuate ene kwaku hwan jamfini ade ene ho kwaniba no." Offer.
No, what can because as someone
offer
a subject of court.
Offer. Me say, Adwenkyere no, enye edin ba akopena na no use.
Okay.
So or use 2 passports. A hokran a generates a suspicion in ma yes so more and so on and so forth.
No, but me must say Ubia onim se bia ye penachino so to kwanya so magana bio.
Offer unim Adwenkyere watimi asesa ne din ti asem ne yo what the kwabna what the kwabna adu boy. And what's the son? They need back. I'll get it for. And what's the son? I know different. It's what the 2 coin. A coba without us knowing. Say, Adwenkyere na yes.
Okay.
So crime no.
I'm not privy to that, dear. But
until offer, dear, make a question and say there are certain things. Any saying Attorney General Crowbar on Tibet and Ebeka. But Bibian Coca Papa,
I don't American say. Attorney General Bobo dance.
Exactly.
Must see a channel on allegation of
exactly.
And now the court
and Macabebia, Attorney General so far, Sanchez Mua or the Betche Ghana for me say, dear minority leader, can on social media. And yes, and the facts are bare. When Tina Yejina so say, Adwenkyere no, ye investigating, that's it. And yes, idea offer. This is not the only me say. Where ye muba kwa. The atwa was me nukraba Ghana besheki.
Offer Ghana besheki.
Meet no na was say. Ena yemfa MPP ni bi antum in this Fourth Republic. Mo de mopam eyenkwala agudi. It is not about say obeba na do bi be den ebetum and na be me hu say o boj adwumama Ghana.
Okay.
But what we should be interested, especially who ko adi awoti ase. Aben yi ba yi ayi $200 so wo su nya bi wa ban mu ategoa
ade na o meka no bibia akere
madam fo no kwaje me ne na nanti promo ya ayi nanu okodi koka achi na wenya de otiwa
ekwo 3 months ni then wenya
then wenya ka wasenta wo kwaye evidence si enye nyina ya MPP for now
o mna de bremo
na adwo asafo na no evidence be no amfa ma ye na no Wofa so wuti asem ni ya even adwo asafo onye nipakuma o woye former member of parliament for Domekwabenya. She has been a parliament leader before. Why minister under President Akufo-Addo? Was say kata sisha proyeni kankan a na koso school feeding President Akufo-Addo man ye mu hwehwe mu. President Akufo-Addo hwesa was ada bi we de me no banko a say me ka pe omo bekwa ka adwamen so and so for enti NDC for yem fie ani ni enhwe na obe provide evidence ofa wanka eti wo kwa je de won ka akwa no tum na mom wunua no MPP fo a sabi edidija animu na na munti do they have given us everything we need and shockingly Wofa minim say be sky train there na unim say there is no sky train nine it is a pay any idea about Kromwa and so you are spending $2 million when President Mahama says say the country was governed with criminal minded yeah na man for ntiase sky train kwaje modiano e wo hen na Ghana for e wo heaven and these are the kind of people who want to court the sympathy of Ghanaians over sa evidences are nkofo na force yen ame de apia bonten no eyemu nkitwa de etoa so na ebeba beba no eye ade a at the end of the day it will shake the entire foundation of the MPP. It is going to go inside their score and by then one per political party bit say CPP NDC abeje okwaje na yahoro ma ho afi but as we speak offer enema of course what President Akufo-Addo amemu mu no me moro Yakubu ameti ase enyem nwanwa because President Akufo-Addo na nkasa no at the end of the day one of the $58 million akosi cathedral ye bie so a amna na nsuogum ayesa swimming pool. The president cannot account to the good people of Ghana say me yi mu 58 million kwaje ti asem ni ye taxpayers money me yi sa $58 million say me the Kosi National Cathedral no foundation no ani amena
now you see that viti ya no akosi
that now me tell you and wa she batakari uni be free yes ye ba be si Palugu dam amaye Alhaji Mahmood ba o me obe provide
multi-purpose dam
$12 million amena crying to be nti anyame nwanwa se abantie itimi nya kokudro siphonic abansika enofa efia ya trezi to say abrantie ne de abansika wa siphon de akoto no eye mako 27 adai emu bia so ya dollars $295,000 $200,000 and so on and so forth na wo ye de wakodua adwumam na ye adwuma ma Ghana ntumpon a na de Ghana dina san hihye adwuma foforo amasika ba na aba begu ho woni wo yire kwaje woni ne yire o na wo no wa ba betena afidikasi yesu defend sa kronui
okay we that say
what family this year no
we that say
yes re omuma your friend is say state agencies ni no omadwuma se ne omo ba ye na state agencies ni ye omadwuma no so they did a whole lot of prosecution and ameboa ebi no obobo so 8 years and so on and so forth you be kosi
okay
they should give us the benefit of the doubt and then stop making it look as if say I say ebi si dana ye pese ye ade be chichire omo ko mu ni ade let the laws of the land work
that's it
over on wa kasa wie oso asemboa na hofo
sa
o kasa wie ni nyina no o say ye magana mrani ye den
them right
na mrani be ye adwuma ye de fensen anuhunu ene de obi kokotara what's the evidence asama wo kan ye ni nyina no wo nyina so ne
evidence bi ne de amema wo ya
wo nyina so ne
ya wo kan wazem
court ben na wo krom ha wo bua ye edubu ahen efo
You investigate.
You see, who make it allegations? So,
we are not about.
Martinami do say, Mother Serpent, one year go. Martinami do Okaden the children, your mama, Waka. Then no catch your mama. Was it your Mahama? Yasman song got to blame la, or see Yatone Sobako. What it to the mama, what it to oh, play more. Government official, not there, why? And you sit here, no baby, one okay, the huh? Evidence, bearing the workroom. Asama who can you na and a menya be and Nina menya be and $200 million. $200 million. Yes, you can see affordable housing unit in Mayeno. Sasikana, Omudi ye Chiayeno, Moro wunye bidi. No, I bet na ababeka once. And no, see a magana mraye juma. Attorney General way or bayeno. Asameno kahe, or say Sakwa Duboni Nano, me jay chidi. Sikebi, a chain Sikebiana. What are you talking about? It will bet na hana okekaza nzemu aya tenasikom na reflect say asema making aya asema to asun because court to be any ho attorney general me say wadane ne hu media practitioner and ni sune ne ba ni nyina akwa eye kisie jaben se obeba ababa besu a kire yen say Ghana mra no aye say because he is the only person ono otumi di asema adanse ni akire court. He's the only attorney general making crew because so we near dance here court. But papa di asema ne near dance echi court. Ono no ya attorney general. Then never kwa see. We live to see. And asema okay. And here is a matter of yachi obiatum enu ne hiao. The NPP yaba ye no yetumi share NCA. 3 people. Ye shawo mo 18.5 million. Ghana cities, Edema or Mino. Ye jelly a mutre. What are you talking about? The whole tickroom ha okikaze and no yen chiobi to my union. A serve as a deterrent to a momaka. President Mama better as well. International to Mahama was sell. A good for all can they have. What is a good for the Wakodia dem the other? What are you talking about? What is a good for the Wakodia dem the other? But President Mama, you will crumb her. But in a bear contract, then see will grow. And you sit on radio and TV now, okay, and a good word, me say, what the corruption? Okay. When you're corrupt, that's it. But President Mama dear, Martinami do assignment okay. What's it? Yes, you uncle to blame back on that what it trouble. Yet committee. That was a kebi fan and lado. So cap fan and a kufado, no better. And then I know I can't. Mama the end the onka. One draw. Mama the end the onka. Well, let us hope and pray. Say assembling in our court. Now the due process of law. I hear tomorrow. Ofa.
Omo special prosecutor say Mahama ne home born plain be
Ghana special prosecutor.
Ghana special prosecutor. Nyamisha ofa. Eti ko eje wo ye de kwa e bia kenkan na one kenkan and I said we kenkan one tiasie so it is on record.
Chira me baby a kise ja bi katre say Mahama enka eye e baskana no chira me baby o chira me e fa no kan sa asem no ka chira me
ko eje
nkontompo hene
abotre yenko baby a on say sofo abro be wo o kasana mtia e wa wo miminim pa ma mo nya abotre ne tie mi over. President Mahama was exonerated by the special prosecutor. Now, offer President Akufo-Addo was say 1 year de mudieda na President Mahama na dia de mudieda na President Mahama ko dia de mudie e wo hen. Ademudie ne say waji bibia ma na influence wa mo aye bibia mo Ghana ana meboa. With regards to Shraj, in Shushe more the by Shraj can be say President Mahama Kodia de Mudiana. Kwaje, a can nebia, one can now, one can cancel, I won't say. So let us leave it there. Please, let us leave it there. Now, of our hair, Kwaje Asama walking. Was say, as a cabin chase a cabby, and I will buy and wait Jesse cabby. Of the question is Kwaje 8 years, I didn't know when to any evidence, Papa Bian from justice. But was say, Omo the NCA 4 million and the guma na meboa. Kwaje the wheel of justice and the grind slowly amawom. What for tia 7 year Oh, please.
For 15
please.
years.
Now, offer. NCA for now come one sem, including young Kasabuga Pele. Yen ye statue of prosecution.
Why not any two more?
Now, let us come to Muma Bem. Nipa Baku buying a momutiminya the boss to prosecute him in your own government. And to us, I'm what you say, Muma Bemuno, Sabi Katasha Proyani can be uncle. So when I do a Safwa Babon Tiabaka say, hey, Katasha Proyapana won't be offer me what? Emma. To the point to say
School feeding.
My minister young creative ghost names no more chromo be dada. Emma, yeah, the court say President Kufuor hey, I did a bomb back me farmer because woman I am doba. Kwaje.
I have the Kufuor also or Ankasa.
And was it not President Kufuor
also on Castle and you.
One soon said so in relationship. And you see, Wofa, when you have the same people coming to sit on a big platform like this, no person who portray to every Ghanaian and say there was nothing corrupt about our government. You want to prosecute you or and you
okay.
Now, when you're the boss of family, this when you're the boss say, I am crossing with a buy the Monko for atum. Now, what to be the uncle. Is it about that?
Okay, but I say
it is not about that.
I say, for Adwenkyere media now so here Kessben television, so your multi-TV decode and so DSTV so channel 364, Gold TV channel 12 and Facebook Live over Kessben TV at Ebeba. For Adwenkyere 0551599933 0551599933. Your message kakra about now for yanko the police service Christianity will not take you over. We activated the public affairs unit. For the first time, a Southern Regional Police Command. Omnes and Trophy share my update of armed robbery circles who move vendors. No, damn Paris stop munina. Is it a new dawn in the police service? And now, Yababa be home and come on. Also, for good evening. Is it not the same AG who unfairly to Ghanaians allow his former corrupt ministers who were standing trial go scot-free from justice? And does he now have a guts to prosecute his political opponents of former ministers? I feel so ashamed of this current AG unfair discrimination of justice. Collins Ohene Ejekum Oyoko Koforidria. Okay. It says, Wofa Kofi, the people of Kumasi have shown their unflinching support to Dr. Bawumia. Inshallah, he will come again. From Jonas of Goso. AG and his NDC are just creating content for followers instead of solving the problems on the ground. What was the essence of the press conference he held? Nothing, but just to let people know he's working. They can't arrest anybody. He's a camera AG. Nana Usu from Sunyai, camera AG. We should allow the rule of law to flourish in Ghana. Teacher obeying from Kwada So. What is the MPP man saying? They had 8 years. What prevented them from prosecuting people? You should get serious with the show. Teacher Eric Manso Watreso, aka Ubie Hiesika. Traders in Kumasi now crying for Dr. Bawumia. You deliberately refuse to vote for him. Keep quiet and suffer. Okay. Attorney General, it seems you are trying to retrieve a peswa taken away from government coffers by previous administration. Well done. But warn your current appointees to who will steal a peswa or any government funds. Antoine is there. Oh, my. Say, okay. Why is Ghana everything become politics? During Dr. Bawumia visited fire victims. Their reaction is too bad. Per their actions, they believe President Mahama is the cause of the fire. We live to see. MPP party talk as if election comes on tomorrow. They are confused. Mahama government is only 3 months and press conference to go on and on. And if NDC can't jail anyone, why are they worried? From Pakwesi, from Asin Fusu. Now the message in the so I send you videos in the petition to remove CJ activated. Bahama pa. Good evening. That corporate must vomit the money whether he likes it or not. Wicked and selfish individuals who don't have Ghanaians at heart. This MPP man should stop that. Your government appointees have caused Ghana done good. You should retire in jail for singular act. Why some Ghanaians are so wicked and selfish like that? Okay. Hi, my name is Jacob Atido. The Attorney General is just being transparent to the people of Ghana. What is the crime of the AG by updating the good people of Ghana on evidence gathered on alleged corrupt issues via the media space? I think the minority are scared of the mystery that will be unfolded in the coming days, and so they are using guerrilla attack strategy on the AG in order to prevent more deep scandals. Please, I would like to know the reason why the MPPs are making much about alleged corruption cases. I think they allow the laws to take its course. Of good evening. Do you call that man an attorney general? Attorney general who doesn't apply Ghana construction. In which country can these things happen? Even military rulers can't do such martial veto laws. He has to excuse Ghanaians. I'm Samuel Asensuredu from Libreville, Gabon. Teacher Kujo from Tepa Enyinesuso. The AG has every right to hold a press conference, but is it worth it? If the AG feels that someone has stolen money after thorough investigation, I think a press conference is not needed. Prosecution should happen straight away. The person is a suspect, but not a thief, until a court finds him guilty. What if the person has a strong defense to prove that he or she is not, as the AG alleges? I think the AG is rushing to prove to Ghanaians that the previous government officials really looted the state. Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah, Kuka. This MPP man will talk more, but nothing will change. They came to power without posting any graduate person. They think we, the Ashanti, have short memories. When they come 10 times, we vote against them 10 times. My name is Danso from Konongo. I tell the MP man to tell the truth than to throw dust into our eyes. Ekini from Asawenso. The drowning man will clutch at the straw. It is clear that the NDC are just trying to fulfill their manifesto promise on the oral. So they are riding on allegations to make noise in this country. In 2009, when they assumed power, they made allegations of over 100 MPP members, but in their 8 years, that's from 2009 to 2017, they couldn't prosecute just one person. It is the same tactics they are using once more. Nothing will come out from these allegations. King Kwa. Good evening, Alpha. My name is Chairman Nyama from UCC. This age is not serious. When you come and tell the public this and that without taking it to court, what is the essence? The MPP shouldn't go near power again because Ghana is now free from wicked political parties. You see that the power packed millions of dollars in a room and Zoom lions were crying for their mere salary. I am Ibrahim inside Kumasi. NPP has not learned any lesson. The arrogance from the NPP man is too much. He's always defending a party even if the act is wrong. I can see he's still grieving. Doreen from Chibi and all the way free ebae. Okay, I'm if I will try to okay. You can also keep your messages coming. Now me koba wow do the abeche no more the far test no maybe WhatsApp no me ba my text message no so now I'm there no so aka ho. Moro, I'm just free so. Is it a new dawn in the police service? Dampare time. Police ni bi ankasa. You say we activate the public affairs amen ne. Central Regional Police Command. Ometo my update about armed robberies. I so moving this no. Man for about Dampare abaso. So yeah, the cry home by. But this single undertaking near Cosway, Pussy phone be near Yen Central for Crasso, need your information. What do you have to say?
Of our mina was Sibu. Na means hands on Fentu at was a never more a court to say Supreme Court. And Chichi was a President Muhammad Betimiayi Dampare, every ho as IGP. Now we're replacing it with Ura Christian Tete. Supreme Court unanimously, I can say, President has the right to appoint and disappoint. That is on record. Offer a Dampare or a Niema or ye and no and one Niema or ye no offer any Pabiano Say what to Horna near my way, yeno. Say you, say no, one more town where she no, and in Jemwa, I was say Ubusan who say, I didn't ya. Now revise your notes. Offer, send the same who say, Reggie Muha. Now, say we see ya. A post if 1 penny for work room has sent to me briefly pressing. See how many big stations say, oh, Chroma say. And BBC, our police command in more, just say a tear free damper into Dampariada. That is the end. Of an papa muno. And your papa, Obi, but now baby, I can say be on pet Damparias and bed Dampare, no answer training rather than a policeman. Oh, offer, or bompire on the came cry a chat. Dear Dampare baby, I near chat, and you know, yeah, dear one who pan say, a semna sino. Now, what drew our coach for no, that is the end of it. The perpetrator at the end, whatever that came, and near me see ye, whatever. Young who be biana, asem no, aquaku. Eti, you better than me as say, and of course, we'll see the new dawn. It's not the new dawn, a reset in Libya. There are certain things that a corner chair was say, I dear be a corner chair, we reset him and the sequence. And that is what the police hierarchy were talking about. See, when you are A+, baby, I will be on. You see, we respect your views. But what done for them, Parewa, on one casano. Here a friend is a Franklin Kudu. We respect your opinions and rights to do anything. But dampare wa dam for one. And offer the SC in ano. And yam was a dampare shetri. Or purpose no dodo. No be a wide powers in Tony them say, O Pesa Casa. Excellence and Trevor, this is what the permission frame. Now police PROs in the origin. Offer they are not independent of giving us information. Then what kind of police service is that? Nese dam parese bi wona ere ada. I just ye twan momoda esori ansa na ye briefy press nana. There are certain things that a human being send him di kan kan oh yeah. Now omo atwa ho ahia no sebi at the end of the day they are not happy with it. I was all reflecting our review because change the one who do me. But I couldn't say, oh, you have learned on the job. Who experience where you men? But yes, would you make dinner we any no? And so any it is a of us, I was a son, you are better off than say Echo for before from an bed, I will replace you. But ye can as I won't ye. It is better for us to bring somebody own experience, non superable anywhere. Now, we use case as a deterrent. So, when the no one may be saying, and I know a day, a uniform to my bar or some year, them those are the changes that Dampare never heeded to. And here we are. And here are Dampare, send ye, I dear no, Aquaku Viano. Supreme Court to say, or more, we shall much is or Munko Court. Na omonsa de esi no enya anye yi enya de ebe yi nso baby ada na ne ye ka kire yewura Christian tete yo hunu ne say ade bia no matter what you have some cultural values around it. And conventions are very important. Wouldn't say in the Western world I assume ye form niema ni bidi aye niema has especially kabima min kabino. They don't joke with conventions. Conventions here, democratic and entrenched ones. And conventions are very important. All commands should be independent of information from the government central for, especially the local press around. Offer. Now, open information. Kessben fi di kesiye. Ewo krom ha say. Now the regional command cannot give it to you, but regional command Becca said, and Fred Dampare and the Yan say, while building police people around him are from Dampare boys. Timmy Boberia, our baby, Sabi who. One more our locality in the local police people. Okay. Eti wafa, Becca say, yɛwura tete yonu
start ye
na ewie ye ni asɛm no ofa me hwɛ sɛ me say me ti o me ne abrewa ne akokora na ti me maame ne me papa nyina no yɛti bom na ofa de bia me ne me papa edi nkomo a asɛm ɔtaa kan ne sɛ moro nya ahyase no ni problem no ba wa wie ye no ebekɔ sɛ nti wa start ye yɛwura da mpare ba ye na no ɔkyekyere celebrities no ye kan so start ye. And of course, celebrity arrest bi ho anu oya na me ne nya adwen. Wofa, obi hye nkomo aye se ache no. Na spiritual things so be ade ha ye chi obi ho.
Some cause fear and panic.
Oh, wofa. Fear and panic. Yeah, so omo cause fear and panic. Ni e push omo so omo fa ade ne mra. Ana wofa me boa. We show the mood in the system. Obi and of course Ghana say ne sofo ananse obi oye no spiritual
father
can asemo a want to na say, and these are the kind of people you are living with. The pastor will say young man near friend daddy papa we anyakwa we value our leaders, and there are so many of the things that dan pare untime nsesano their conventions allow them. Yeah, kasa ya wadwene ebetimi e de detect the difference. Over. Yeti ya say si enim sofo a wo hye nkoma wo se ye de to no so. And so I'm telling you.
You know omo ka
wa no be hu say we there. Say the omo ka say busa dankwa e lotto forecasting. So eti yesre asha asie enkosa mfankwa awie.
That's it. We say we cha home bebre.
Say omo atwa ho ahia no ye adwuma wa anigye so a adwuma no kra no ye foma.
Right, but that's it. Moro. Say na oka no. Enwumre krata mienu e na aba bonten. Didi kan petition. Ya nipa bi de akoma omampani John Dramani Mahama say Chief Justice. Into na the skrata for the squatch for Sudi aba no. Or say 3 separate petitions. And Abama Penia try say trigger constitutional provision a bit there to Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu Adieso. Now for the me and saying they come a Council of State say Umuntu for home. The second one is the Supreme Court ruling on Professor Kwesianin. One Mani Africa Omokrata Yom the Supreme Court say Omunsi Omampeni John Dramani Mahama Kwai say won't mean change IGP court no abo atwego. Of course IGP in class standard na kisiri hunu last week eno ka so activity public affairs unit no region bia asemsi was home to me briefing central for first of that kind SC Wasante region makasa fa mobile money vendors armed robbers how almost so many nipa miensa ache omo nana sadi ya na ekoson dampare abreso bosi ni bia nkasa je say national headquarters no issue statement and then asesa I'm afraid we can go to them and request for information. BC, I'm waiting me a free press. No more be free. DSC. Of necessary evil, and I say,
of a medal was a I'm say, Dampare issue courts and some an APR and some over the Ghana Police Service. No, to me. Especially the PR no na dampare na administration no ye na adwen se police beba abonten a enye accurate information because emre bia etwem no na aya de etie ne se region etumika say district nso tumika say na national nso tumika say in the same police service. If you know you say, oh, then you make sure say information be a de beba bonteno, the accurate information. It's you be consult district no, you consult region no, it's you be do national information you be putting it out no, and only no clear na say accurate information the about bonten. Me whom from so be a woman. Also another school of thought, and then say region be a and any dynamics. Because Ashanti region, Grams of Machi Mube 3.
Yeah.
Ewo Krum ha, your mampon. ewo be kwa ne potem wo you know so tell them eti na obia ewo ho kwan say sasem si ewo mpotem ho a ewo so otumi briefi ayo manfo no bebi aye de akwakodru yewura tete yohunu ebaaye no o say de na ye de akwakoshe national head office say police the national head office in Kwane they accurate information and the information be ban sana obia enye bi on a particular case no say me ye free fine ye ditum ayasem papa because at the end of the day no region bia ne district bia wo krom ha say no ebenya akwanya sasem si ewo kwa obetumi ne nsem twerefo ye de edi hunkomo but utu eye jamafo no otu mo ne sofo say mane nkoye afra se bi de ne bi say district ne be kan we region e be ban region nso kokase na akwakofa issue akọ the national it is information na model ba bonten a enye the accurate information inti me the police for be say oh it's in the right direction yes because obia na the region and asem need to see a see a particular district inti PR ho no obenya kwanya no ayede go briefi ayomanfo no bebi ayede akwa kodru iti medie yewura tete yohunu yebe na kwaba ne mum na yi a wa sha ase no dan pare sha ase no na hwan na wokrom ha wo monyi so no bia including the NDC and all super aye dan pare na wo bon nsem hia o na na dan kwa kufu ado aye de oh dan pare aye de na fo iso mokofa ne background in terms of education ne nyoma nyina omude ba ye ne nyina no na nkofo say yes obeye adwuma no enne asem ni ko wie no ofa enne nsem aye kato ne so enne yetumi aka say wo mo akokọ tumpo in the name of say ye president ni sa akwanya na ade ade ne nyina no enne ye se dampare na ne hye enne ye se adwuma no ye so no anotie adwuma moro so ta say dampare adwuma moro wo adwuma na ati ne opiepia nkrofo so mo kokọ na adwuma no mo zamfa ma ne ba ene wakwa kotinefi muma na sumye de enyo no I know say bi mu abonjo so me hu say manifo oni oda aye nkrofo ni nyina kasa president ne wo sa akwanya to appoint ene osi me yi ne free ho mentumi ni nya adwuma biom me yi ne free ho osumesi ema mefa is in the right direction ono ne de o man na yede ahye ne sa at the end of the day so man bambo anko yia ye babo ni treso it was wonya wo bia obetumi ni ayede e de aye adwuma na fe so on the briefing of this mumu vendors here ye kumomi ye ratete yonu we a test case for you and na fe so and this for ntia say mo ba ye etutu asem na ekoso wo krom ha adechi a ene oman na ayeso obia yem hyehye no especially now as we speak mumu vendors enem no ka say ebo eye nunum ekobo nunsia ofa eden kra se obenye bi okro we mo because say I am hyehye ababeto won so and omanfo no so ti om shop mu a ye bowura ho and the state of insecurity even abiding crofo kra mpo om di om ye from national security for kra no om so the same dwumadie no om so mu die nti difference because what you fear near synchrophobic the national security Richard Jakwabi ne di omanim ni abawra ofie ni babes yesi ye be search wo se gold wo fie se sika wo fie wo se deba di ni oba be hwehwe wo obanso a wo security cameras bobo ni asen tutu ni nyina it dey adwen na mo dey she the Ghana for nitre because Bank of Ghana boss here omko no fie former boss omko no fie wo hwe ni security yi ni nyina na ye tutu ni nyina motive ben na mo de ko fie motive ben na mo de ko it your mind says say wo mi security no men kan say ya to Appiah nsa but here at to nu awabe e da wonsem enwumre me ne wo kase abrantia ye frɛ no katechi free fa nsem training enne ya tese police ye friends en cyber security for unit o makwa akofa no biom die na ekoso o man
okay
die na ekoso o man iti o man na ye de hye mo nsa ye gya o man na asundue wom o kasa ye mechesi enam ne o kasa o ko bisa president mama question o ka asem bi wo krom ha ne asoma NIB ni asoma national security force ye mra ma meche wo nti na enwumre yai me no ka say eye wo colleague the training
ya say
no all in the name of say
right
wakase wo say why dey wo grow
you know say my yen koyanim na yen hwe Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ene obabe hwe omo a ija se omo store dan no e ma na dia dane politics because man pani John Mahama bai be hwe omo si ebe bo omo gender minister e bai Bawumia bai a my yen ti dey see ho na eni ho nkomotiawa. Volume number. Right, Nana. Dr. Bawumia by the course ni. Ana na modi abe politics.
Over.
Ubi aja se ubi e besra manfo a ubaya modi aye politics.
Over aye politics na ejomfo man eye. Aye politics. De omo pese omo kanyina ne se omaton omo color TV akoto black and white. Because and as we speak minya daje edi doctor echi eko eye edwom ho na woni edwomfo man kasa asema mo kanyina ne se ye inkania na ye dundum no ene ne the root cause of sadewe eno mo so mo te ho no asema mo kan se ye ne ye nana ado ne ye wura Bawumia mo te ne ye MPP 40 no omo manage the lights ema ye nyaaye de ye nyuma eto de bia wo so mo ye nsiesie no omo be ka kire ye nse ye dum ne aye den ye siesie no ye sian de ahwa dance de ye den e be kire wo mo it is a wo ba 3 months ya pa na wo be dum kanea no amenne hwe atorenchem kese a wo de abre e ya santeman enne nkrofo japade nyina ache etina na Dr. Bawumia ka se me share video na ye mahomete me hu abrante bia na wo kasa se ma tena krom ha ma ye adwuma we 21 years dia hwe me ma ne me yire enne bibia ase iti edwomfo ma ne se ye ne ye MPP 40 ye ne ye nana do danko akufado ne ye wura Bawumia mote no na nkane ne anye seye ti prekope ubaye na obeye no ene dum in 30 minutes ombetumi dum light no be 15 times 15 times o krowe mo iti nipa domwa edi Dr. Bawumia chire no asema mo kanyina ne se ya ton yen color TV akoto black and white nti no mo ka chawo se ye nu ye ho tina me cha se me ka chawo se ye senya akwanya akoto aba ne biom eye nyame ya doma kira nko ampo a the good people of Ghana ebesisa NDC for.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Because obiehunu say ye kan ye nene do Mahama president wo ma MPP for ye di bem ye kan say wotu abama NDC wotu abama president Mahama or the dum so ba be Ghana for so and in fact and that way
but say fire service for me chere say
and then that
so and the
per the eyewitness report from the grounds asema mo kan say a day before saade ni besie no na nwumrem ho na omudum nkania and omudum nkania no mo majority of them of omudum nkania no ahwe ya betumi ejanwoma bebresi so and per security for nsema omo kanene say nkane no ebaye na ehonum nyina ye chire because nkrofo bebre jijija om light ne yede esi so prekope no mo sendum no ma san so prekope no ma sendum no enene the root cause ayede ekofa asade ne bai asemu adwomfo ma ne yede eka okrowe mu hano njiera ma ba ho no obaye no na nnuasam na ehuhia no nti obetwa mu no so obechia wo mu no na pa okoye no kokodua eye ne nnua yewra regional minister so baye no ono de anopa no obeya ne antes no ho obeya ne antes no yemfa camera ne video pictures nsi so na yentwa mfoni ne video ne yemfa go to social media no so and I am not surprised ye ko dwom ho asem o mo kan say TikTok minister no aba. And I was surprised, Dr. Baumia Eko Hono, that TikTok minister, no so Asan Kwakudru.
How do you call him TikTok minister?
That is what a year for Manica. So, by no video, ni picture, and Huniano. And obey to try a
also, in a nanom.
And you see, yes, media on an anonymous echo, I rest me buomo, or money and anonymous echo crochet. By a day kind by no. Or Kohano Papa no Koyan antis nibuo. Oh, regional minister alcohol on your mouth no, I got sympathizing with them. And a pa okoye. Nenumre ubaya, uwa be food fire service for. Say fire service for tank ninu wa munyi free ho. Eke cancel memory. Na me die me yan say. Was say nya ni PRO. Ni PRO asema what can say? Or no twa video no put it out. Can you imagine? A whole PRO of a 1 hour interview no makai. One we interview no of a one metie na me send no message na sambo faso. One interview na PRO ne say ono no yi eye yera amwako hene eye video no eno de to eye mfra mem. Iti wo ni panimu nam na say ne buofu say na wo kasa ba heart say na wo say me twa no de ato eye abonten na PRO be na wo yama regional minister. I am not surprised say ye force no ye this PRO for ne she eye yera amwako hene. I'm not surprised. Omo won Krofa, they can manage the regional minister. Here, before we are order ne now say me twa no de ato abonten. It over regional minister ne die na wo je ne ho e wo ho no. Wo ba no pa no, wo ja okoyo. Se wo say wo ba se wo ba beku etia ye sa de wi ya. Wo ba ye no ja okoye. E na wo ko ne nam ya akoye wundua wunni asem. Only President Mama, Muko ye munuya some on carry wa, and I do know some buyer who will be full fire service. It me makase. The root cause no, a domofona my young. Sen kania ye dum no, and no neko fasa or how we are. Yen shania fitchery a sank, ye sing country President Mama say, I ye man so de be no so ye inte wo so man twabano. Some mamu no so money and come out. Wofa. And asema omoka o TV si omo se omanu omo ho ye kanye ana omo se omanu omo ho to man to aba omanu omo ho iti me me namu ana me tie nyanam si nti ye di aye obi ho abufuo nti ana se ye di asema obi ka ye nti echi ni akwakọ ye sa emfomso we yana but we can tell them say omo ka makoma nto me na yem fichire esenka no kranche President Mama say aye yie nkane an won hwe no ma nyina so because who sent ofo nyuma enne nkrofo koye omo tikura no musuro enne salonfo omo twere wo mse because obi koye ni tikura pa o say me koye ebia na ekudum nkane no enne costofo kwasafo aseye omo matese omo keka omo hokura bom akwakoto plant kese ni bi ababa bisi right me that's it iti President Mama ene ne NDC fo no yenka no kre nkane ano aye yie monhwe na mo man nye de engina soma the good people of God me that's it moro over na what else Alhaji Mahmoud do me and so the president by all means over TSMB where they say Kumasi do for man so one na do so near over and your ma pension na do so tisi Ashanti region they can say o ma a timetable you run a boy no vice presidential candidate mamu where they remain only o di mai
Let me be in the sea, be a son you look at say, I am prepared. It has to take President Mahama Mary. I can't go home for no. No, I almost say, I marry no deal, no catastrophe pro any can be born with the Indian movie. Omo movie mono. Omo Attorney General catch almost a baby. Do now bandy as protein again. Instead of saying a bit Jama, the NIS and yet, and almost a question say, Adiana, you see you chia. And a Nippon beauty in Warrior now we are 5 years time. I didn't have a on this kind of be a can say, ye ended up inside the baby in 15 years time. It has to take some Merino. Sir President Akufo-Addo, when he was more than 200 megawatts by Shanta region. Asan be your pump pageantry. A dear President Mahama de buy ye lunch and most time lunching. Who can do so? I said, I like Mahmoud Bawumia and was saying, President Mahama chose when you the phase 2 of Kumasi. I
say my 80%.
Then you wasn't go. Wofa. Yeah, the 3 years never Kumasi Kedetia. 3 years never Kumasi Kedetia. Wofa. Ye yano. Moment was free central market. 8 good years. What's all day? A year 80%. And you have the guts to come and stand in front of the people who you are my bro say, I like Mahmoud Bawumia and Kasaba Kroman Rebi. Part of Kedetia Eshi. What shall I say within 3 months? I dare no more. The last time Omoba has said not to 2 near bomb. Quite no matter what, I like Mahmoud Bawumia ba Kumasi Sesia. Supporters in a day will be near Manaka say, Yet the Anna Bay. So, boss sound by what in here, Omoka. Yes, you had the abo, yes, just MP before no more on neck, yes, you had the abba. But before no more on no dome, which I wouldn't send yes, she or Mofano. Or minimum penso a bind could do in terms of why per se the boy.
Dear no, dear
Government have instructed, say, at the end of Yens Uncle almost store mao. You're a frank, I'm a cohene. At me, I call a philanthropist. Woma kuma at that Ghana so say more better to Ashanti for that matter the before I say chroma say no I'm more contributing sika enye sika kuma wo chroma sia yede President Mahama so say at the end of the day we are going to provide them with soft loans e betimi aboa me the before ya and no so gu omo yamu at me Ejina sene also mujina because at the end of the day Wofa can ye ken there is no way say obi bejina baabi abo President Mahama Dibone in terms of Kumasi and in dwadie and wonsansem Wofa ye ko yetimi wie aspa market atonsu de na wo we yetimi wie aswanse market yetimi wie tafo market mu Krofro market nyira na ageno etie na mutimi wie Central Regional Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Kahase Yashi, can one see a move or Modomako when you was a Mabet Naka say 80%, 8 years. When I will be the 3 years per every year, Kumasi complete. And Wofa Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, of course, Tim Dadana. Want to me no money, regional minister be the good room or no Nasu your crash. As a Sebi and moi and a tiwo. Say regional coordinating council pastor omo understand doing that enti dadana and the man speaks as if say wonim bia wogina adwadifo abura amadi omo kromo as Central Market e wo hono mo a wodwen say komu besu didum so enti President Mahama de send adwadifo I can say you papa ye to abetia o na ye nim ne ne ye because who cry na ni emu no we just 3 years and e wie Kumasi Kedetia one way ye do omudi no 8 years ne nto aso wo Central Market omunwie Krofro Market na asei eti ye nim se wo ba obetime ye and of course budget ya ye ofati asem ni ye e se mu se ye be complete Kumasi Kedetia. Budget way current budget ya ye. E shemu say ye be wie Kumasi Kedeti a central market. And of course, nya why bi da no. And ye de no tutru no ano a otimi ye.
Okay.
Ye me kan na kosie nyina ne say Alaji enye kasa o. Ye adwuma na mo adwuma no so ye hunu 8 years.
Okay.
Amfa bibi papa bia mre
de kasa no ba no the 2 billion buy. Your mama buy no say no the buy. Your mama call Kantamanto 1 million Ghana cedi ye chai obi 100 cedi.
John Muhammad ni so the 2 billion ba
100 cedi Your mama call Kantamanto 100 cedi.
Right. But I say
100
okay
200
Mama kind messages na yan rapport. Mama kind message na rapport. Wofa Appiah, Ghanaians should learn how to talk to our elders, especially the president. How can you say the fire was brought by NDC? MPPs are left with your opposition of 27 years. Okay. Where are they? The gold and the dollars. We pray they do not turn into something else. Gold and dollars, bear one step now, okay. Good evening, Kessben TV. The MPP man must stop shouting. We know them. They have nothing good to offer Ghanaians. To me, all MPP appointees must be sacked. They are full of lies. They should give us a break. Okay. MPP and NDC are just cliches. They can't assist Ghanaians so far as the fight of energy crisis is concerned. They should give us a break. Father SK from Kenya say Kumasi and what the way free a buy. I went to Obuasi 4 days ago and came back to Kumasi. I realized that all my balls were down because of doing so. Paul Menu Ajimai Obuasi Kafra. Says I'm listening to you. Oh my goodness. I'm listening to live, greeting to everybody. Okay, no, I don't know where she is. Yeah, some okay. Tell the MPP man that opposition back press conference be brave. It should allow AG to operate because Nanado has informed his appointee to obey the calling of AG. JDM is the choice. I am Amisa from Achim Achiase Eastern region. Okay. Good evening, Wofa. In fact, political power should be handled by those who are intellectually fit and have nation at heart. NDC are trying to score political points and nothing else. From Dominic Japan, a just so a child crum and all the way a free and so a buy. Well, me Brennan T, my fancy na wrap up. Moro, final word.
Ofa, the American Council and say, ready for Chrome has your Monco Macuman to Era President Mahama is doing everything around the clock to ensure, say, when you are regional minister, now or can be a regional minister, PROC or on a day at the end of Cotton from him. Ofa, it drew near there. Nase Umuse will be a was way energy may ye. Ofa, which has him the That's when ye Nase be Ubufua, is not part of, Adia. Ebuama sebe will be a what that one a Jumaso, Etimijan and Aso. And of course, regional minister, I'm for camera and Kwango Sinus to say, Yin Chasadi and Yamfametua. Regional minister near my why, ye papano, papapano. When Chan Farmer Metua, my walk where they went one can be. Now, when I would drink say, near papano, and whatever baton from him. And somebody has own up say, Sa video ya, ye. I am in a michade and of course it is like that. Yet here, who number be now will be the camera at the SUS winning near echo. Ubehuana at the social media and so on and so forth. Ye crampo, not regional minister. Okay, we are regional minister or boy Juma, and of course, we'll be in our cast and Bonia Fano. Right, that's it.
Dumsono de won't one can once. On can once. The root cause no one can once. Oh, Massa Yako, Casano, Wofa, regional minister. Elias, what's your fire service for now? Onyomuku Siaye, I'm a fire service for now, at your problems at Tunanim. Won't a fire service for now, Mamoga. Now sign Barbonti of a coffin, who pentipic and so your problem. Monon Cabibian offer and so only what you aka omo problem
me say ensuo a problem
na senya picture ni video na wo pa ega wo dey market
fire service ni anani abre
anopa na wo ko
over 2-3 hours
video
right
na ma for na to ni din TikTok minister
right ebusiafo right how did this say right adwuma na the good people of Ashanti region ye hwe de obituma ye adwuma ma aso asantemani ma Ghana for koto aba o magina tum se wono ne tumi hyelensa obetimi aye wote Moro Yakubu nka kasa ma ND Srafi na J Perez ono so ekasa ede ma NPP Malam Yaya ene Bobo Nsimia no ede ma me Wofa Kofi Appiah akra mo nyame admochna de nhia e mache dwumati so
Come here. Bra. You should be on standby.